Hey everybody. Um, Hopefully you have watched and or have passed T.1, which is describe the difference between related words. We're going to talk about positive and negative connotation. Basically, we have words in our language that mean similar things, but one of them means it in a more positive way and one of them means it in a more negative way. So, I'm going to show you what I mean before we get started. My dad is one of those people that loves to save money. Okay? Now, there's one way that I could put that. I could say, my dad is frugal. Okay? Frugal has a positive connotation. It means it's somebody who saves and is responsible with money. Now, my dad, when I was growing up, used to reuse dental floss. I know, we talked him out of it. It's gross. But that's a good example of this one. Some people might say it's frugal. Like, that's smart, you can rinse it and reuse it and then you're not spending the extra 0.01 cent or whatever each week. But my dad is cheap, it's got a negative connotation. It means that he's not um, not just saving money, but it's going too far. Another example would be I'm the only person in my family with long hair. And when I was growing up, my dad used to make me turn off the shower to shampoo my hair. Okay, so I just stand in the shower and shampoo my hair and then turn it back on. It was crazy. And if I didn't do it, he'd like bang on the wall because he'd know that I was still in the shower and not turning it off. So that's why I started showering in the basement. Anyway, long story short, if I want to sound like a positive, it'd be my dad is frugal. If I want to say kind of a negative way, my dad is cheap. Okay? So looking at this one, which one has a more negative connotation? A conceited person or a confident person? Well, we want to be confident, so that's definitely positive. Conceited means like stuck up. A nitpicky editor, a meticulous editor. So both mean very, very like looking very closely at everything. But nitpicky means like to a point where it does picking at things that don't even matter. Where meticulous just means very like looking for perfection in a good way. An employee or an underling, negative. Underling, that's like saying a minion, a servant. Nosy person or an inquisitive person. Well, nosy means sticking your nose in other people's business when it doesn't belong, where inquisitive means like a question, like I want to know more. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Scrutinizing someone's outfit, studying someone's outfit. Scrutinizing means saying, ugh, these are all the things I don't like. A clique, a club. A clique is like we don't let people in, where a club is more inclusive. Exploit something or use something. Exploit means like taking advantage. A box filled with documents, a box crammed with documents. This makes it sound messy. This could be a really, organized box. A company's spoils, a company's profits. Profits makes it sound like you worked for it. You could work for spoils too, but it sounds like you got it in not a very good way. Which one has a more positive connotation? Cowardly leader or prudent leader? So coward means you're scared. Prudent means you're smart about maybe not doing certain things. Positive connotation, a peculiar object or a unique object. Peculiar means like weird, and unique means like different and special. Which phrase has a more negative connotation? An intricate argument and convoluted argument. So convoluted makes it sound like it's made up, where intricate just means it's very detailed. Which phrase has a more negative connotation? To make a report, to make an allegation. So an allegation makes it sound like it's an accusatory type thing, and a report is just sounds like you're stating facts. So allegation is more negative. A finicky person, a discerning person. So finicky is like picky, and discerning means like, oh, I just like very nice or good things. A more negative connotation: to approach a stranger, to accost a stranger. So approach makes it just sound like you're walking up to them. Accost means like, I don't know, like you're interrogating them, I guess. So that's negative. A concise response, a terse response. Terse means like, fine, okay, great. So like you're unhappy, where concise just means you're short in your response, but it doesn't come off as unhappy. Negative connotation: for acting reserved, acting aloof. Reserved just means kind of keeping to yourself, where aloof means like you think people are beneath you and that's why you're keeping to yourself. Negative connotation: a variation and inconsistency. This just sounds like, oh, things maybe, it's nice to have a variation of drinks during the day. I don't want to just drink water. I want to drink, pop, and I want to drink milk, and I want to drink juice, and just, change. Where inconsistency makes it sound like it's something that is not expected and it's bad. Which phrase has a more negative connotation? A foe or an opponent. This just makes it sound like you're playing something against somebody, or you're playing a game and they're the person you're playing against, where a foe makes it sound like an enemy. Positive connotation: a garish style, a bold style. So bold just means like striking, and it can look nice, but it's really like noticeable, where garish is like kind of over the top, icky looking. So bold would be what you would look for. But it has the most positive connotation. So all three of these things mean something is required, but one of these is more positive than the other. Compulsory means like you have to do it. Mandatory and essential also mean you have to do it, but essential means, also gives it important, where these might just be saying you have to do it and you might not want to. Accomplice, collaborator, partner. So this makes it sound like people are equals. A collaborator makes it sound like someone is more in charge than the other, or that has more power. An accomplice sounds like you're committing a crime. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to choose the one that was the most negative. So an accomplice would be, I put a partner because that's the most positive. Which phrase has the most positive connotation? A faction or a coalition? I would say coalition because that makes it sound like everybody's equal. Positive: a brusque response, a direct response. So brusque means like it sounds like you're mad and you're kind of blowing somebody off. A direct response is just you're to the point. Monotonous week, a mundane week, an uneventful week. Maybe an uneventful week is a good thing because nothing bad happened. This means boring. This means same kind of thing. Everything's over the same. What's most positive? Timid, demure, or assertive. Demure means like, timid means like shy, like think of a bunny. Unassertive means like a person that doesn't put themselves out there, where a demure person maybe is more just kind of quiet and polite. An asset, a trait, a characteristic. Which one's more positive? An asset implies that it's something good, where either the other two could be something negative. Negative connotation: an atypical result, abnormal, or unusual. Um, I'm not sure with this one. I'm going to say abnormal because abnormal almost implies that it's bad. So you're going to notice a lot with connotation, they imply certain things. What has most negative? Tolerable, satisfactory, decent. Tolerable means like fine, you can put up with it. Doesn't mean it's good though. Positive connotation, obsolete, defunct, retired. So obsolete or defunct means they don't really work anymore, where retired means like it worked, but we're moving on to something a little bit different. Positive, a cunning solution, ingenious solution, a sly solution. So these, the top and the bottom one, imply something that's like sneaky, where ingenious implies that you used your intelligence. Negative connotation, a prevalent trend, a flourishing trend, a rampant trend. Well, rampant we use with things like sicknesses. Prevalent means it sticks out. Flourishing means like it's growing and doing well. And I hit the positive. Okay, but you get it. Again, the thing is, you got to be able to read these things and think about them and pay attention to which one it's asking you, if it's negative or positive. Obviously, I need to work on that. But overall, the thing that's going to help you with skills like this, honestly, reading and reading a lot so that you can recognize them. If you've read Divergent, you probably saw faction and thought, oh, they have factions in Divergent, and those aren't the best things. So, think about it. Read, look for words that are new to you, and kind of pay attention to those, and that'll help expand your vocabulary and help you on skills like this. Good luck.